What's up, everybody? As usual, the show will start in 10. In about 10 minutes, and we can chat. In about 10 minutes. And I can hear myself, which means that you should be able to hear me. If anybody else is still left on my network, that is. I know it's been a really long time. And it definitely sucks. All right. Okay, hold on a sec. Has it been that long to where all right, there we go. I couldn't find chat for a minute. I can't believe it's been that long since I've live streamed. That's horrible. I've had an electrical issue in my studio, and it took me about 45 minutes right now today just to be able to resolve it. Just to get the internet going and stuff. I don't know what happened. So far, it looks like we got this inauguration situation going on. On a commercial break. The show starts in 10. The show starts. I think everything has changed since I've been on here. This is outrageous. Let's see. All right. My bad for the technical difficulties. I'm trying to work through a couple of these things. Headphones. All right. All right. I think that has got it. What's up, everybody? Is anybody in the chat, by the way? They changed a whole bunch of stuff. because it's been so long since I've streamed because I'm horrible at it. And I want to check audio. All right, I got audio. Figured it out. What's up? What's up? So generally, when I start up my live streams, I like to give it, I got about 5 more minutes before I start. But generally, I like to give it a chance for some of my notifications to go out because they haven't actually sent any notifications out on some of my videos. When I upload them, I have to actually do a premiere in order to get a notification. Ricardo, what's up? How are you doing, man? Native, Michigan. Thumbs up, people. Help spread another channel. Help to show that he's live. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been live. I wasn't sure if there was anybody left out here. Surviving is very difficult to do these days. Yeah, it is. It's going pretty good. It's all right. It's as good as it's gonna get. You know what I mean? It's really as good as it's gonna get. I've been watching a little bit of the inauguration situation. I wanted to see whether or not they were going to have some fireworks or a whole bunch of stuff, but who knows? It seemed relatively boring. No smoke, no fire. A lot of people are all worked up. I also had fun watching the whole TikTok situation. People lost their minds. They got on camera and started crying. They were crying and everything. I'm like, what about the people during the whole COVID situation that lost their jobs and now they're outside in tents and stuff, and all the people that refused to take certain things and ended up, out on the street and wasn't able to prepare and provide for their family. And they were actually doing jobs that were benefiting the world. They weren't doing jobs where they just give their nonsensical opinion on things. By the way, everybody, I have decided to see if I could spread a little bit of information. I'm going to be doing reviews on a lot of the BS that people say on TikTok. So I'm a space station on TikTok. If you want to add me over there, I'm gonna do some just random stuff. I got into some lives with people, but I got kicked out. They call me an anti-Semite. I have no idea why. I always behave myself, and I was speaking very respectfully, and somebody brought up Missouri and stuff, and I didn't say anything about Missouri. I didn't say anything wrong. And they're just like, no, you get out of here. That's the crap I'm talking about. There it is. I was waiting for him to say it. I'm go, oh, yeah, I know you were. That's why I delayed. I stalled before I told you the truth. I stalled. So I got a couple topics that's pretty crazy. Who's in the chat? I see Native and Ricardo. There's a few people watching. Why don't you guys chat something, say something, type, talk to me. I'm gonna do a live stream. My next live stream, I'm finally set up. I'm going to be playing a guitar live in a few more days, maybe a couple days. Probably not tomorrow, but if I can, I might do it tomorrow. I'm going to play guitar live, and we'll have like a show and a hangout on camera and everything. Because who was it? Pastor Rhodes. That's who it was. The fake pastor, Vincent Rhodes. Coffee with Jesus. right here. This guy, he got really upset with me. He left me a couple messages, and yeah, we all know how that's going to go, right? He's a flat earther and everything. Cool guy. I did like him a while ago, but now things have just changed a little bit. Now that he's talking about waiting on being raptured and all this other stuff. Into the TWY light. What's up, man? Hey, Yoder, grabber, fellas. No notification from YouTube again. I hope you're having a great new year, my friend. Thank you. You too. Yeah, I just said that a couple minutes ago. I said they're not sending out any notifications. I want to kind of go into the YouTube partner program, but I have a feeling they're going to delete my channel. I do. As soon as the channel is like on the YouTube partner program, they're just going to be like, oh, no, you can't say that. TikTok drama. I knew most new American love drama and soap drama. Kurtz keeps going. It does. It does. Hey, Rich. All right. All right. So I'm gonna start a little bit of it now. I just wanted to give about 10 minutes for everybody to get in. Sorry, I haven't been on. I'm gonna try and stream like a lot more often. Just this was really difficult. It's 20 degrees outside. It was freezing. I got snow all in my studio, and my internet wasn't. It wasn't working. I don't know why. It just decided no. I reset the router a couple times and logged into the default gateway and everything. And it's like, no, you're not logging into the gateway. So I actually got something brand new just so I can get on here. And it seems as though it's working a little bit. It's not exactly the way I want it, but I'll have that fixed by tomorrow if I do my next live stream. So, by the way, I hate TikTok. I have decided to open up a YouTube TikTok channel. And, after getting on there, I realized there's a lot of crap on there, and I don't want to have it. Like I do not. So I plan on actually covering people's content on there and exposing how, just how ignorant a lot of people are about some of these things, because it's almost cringe. It's embarrassing watching these people talk. They're literally getting paid all this money just to give their nonsensical opinions that are not even based in any kind of congruent logic. It says, don't trust the commie, authoritarian, socialist nut jobs. No, not at all. Not at all. Got a little bit of coffee. I am on the East Coast, like DC, Baltimore area. But I'm way off. I'm not in the city. I refuse. I'm a country dude, believe it or not. And I still consider myself in the country. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm on the East. Yeah, I grew up on like farms, stuff like that. I work with like a lot of Amish people, and that's what we do. When I was a kid, I had my parents had goats and cows, hunted, rabbits, squirrels, etc. So, you guys know I have been holding off for a while about Jaren and the final experiment with Duffy. Look, I gotta say something. I might even do a video on it, so don't be surprised if you see two. And real quick, hold on. I want to tell everybody the Trust Me, Trust Trump, We Can Trust Trump video. I am very sarcastic, so I do hope everybody didn't take that too serious. All right. We don't trust Freemason, Luciferian pieces of trash. We do not. We don't trust liars like NASA, etc. There's no point in any of that. So I was just being sarcastic a little bit, having some fun. I do have to be careful. I think a lot of people took that a little bit too serious. I was showing that he said he was going to do something and then he lied. And, and so people kind of missed that, I think. But I had to talk about this final experiment situation. There's a lot of people, and I'm going to try not to name too many of them, even though I want to. But it is going to have to be harsh. So I want to say, just because you know what science is doesn't mean anything. The earth itself is not science. And a lot of people have to realize that. I don't know why people don't into like, so it doesn't matter whether or not you know science. That doesn't make you a truther. When it comes to truther, it is things that are true, things that are provable, demonstrable, observable, researchable, and actually you can find the answers, things that are proven to be true. By default, the earth is part of the truth community. So whether or not there's factions of flat earthers, and we all know who they are, whether it's Eric Dubay and them, whether it's Nathan Oakley and them, you're all part of a effort in order to put truth, whether that's the truth about true science or the truth about conspiracy, because that is a truth. Okay. If you're alive and you can fog a mirror in 2024, 2025, I think you know the truth about the world at this point. And if you're still dead asleep, you need to check and see if you have a pulse, especially if you're still calling people conspiracy theorists, which was popularized really before the 1950s and stuff, and the CIA and stuff. But really, it's a term like science denier. It is, I'm hearing a lot of people calling people like conspiratards and stuff like that. Because look, there's a lot of people like David Weiss and these other people that mix in the 666 symbology and blah, blah, blah. Like this guy, Dean Odell. You guys remember that, Native says, yep, never trust a commie, not even the newer commies who do not know the commie history. Exactly. They don't understand the commie history. Exactly. That's the problem, is people don't have a foundation. They don't know anything about history. That's why I did that video a few weeks ago about the science, the religion, and religion, science, and history being the biggest thing, because people don't have their history. They don't know what they're actually talking about. In most cases, they have no clue, and they're spreading really bad information. So I really have to talk about this final experiment, because this is outrageous. You guys are going to like how I put this. Trust me. I have been waiting. I recorded the video already, and I didn't release it because I wanted to go live so I could talk about it. Even for the older folks with their head in the sand, it was called The Killing Fields of Cambodia, or for you, mom of a commie, it was A Killing Tree. The younger generation focuses on Google to tell them truth. Yeah, 100%. And they don't even realize the where to look, the alterations of it, how it's altered, right? So there's something called gates. The gates. We have opened up gates and closed gates in this community. I know Quantum Eraser had mentioned that he came up with the whole Black Swan situation. Look, I can accredit the Black Swan to Quantum Eraser. If QE wants to take that, that's perfectly fine. None of that is part of my argument regardless for the whole flat earth situation. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because those are gates that we closed. So to give you an example of a closed gate, one of the closed gates was the gravity situation. The Newtonian gravity versus the Einstein gravity, showing that gravity was not a force, but also an effect of bending space-time, right? And also showing that there's no downward vector. Witsit gets it, keeps telling people there's a downward vector, right? There is no downward vector, because when you let a balloon go, it goes up. They keep replacing gravity. They keep opening the portals, the gates that we have shut. We shut them. What was the problem with space? Violation of the second law of thermodynamics. Now, what did Jaron just do? He opened up everything again in space by going to observe the sun. How many people I've gotten on TikTok now for a little bit and listened to some of these flat earthers talk, and they're not really great at it. They don't know as much as what you guys might know, but when they're talking, they're saying the same things that I'm hearing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why there's a 24-hour sun. I mean, it doesn't mean anything though. And you're still getting those questions about space, and who cares about space? We already closed that gate. That gate was never supposed to be opened again. Now you see why I call these people just what they are. They're shills. because what they keep doing is every time that we make progress, they come and open it back up. Now we're still talking about gravity. Now we're still talking about nonsense that's already been shut down. And I got a few videos that I want to show you guys, but first I want to show you this.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
This is a video that Jaron just came out with, and it's really interesting.
I don't panic when people get out there and get crazy.
I hope you can hear it.
I don't panic because somebody saw a light in the sky. Oh. See, this is what I've been saying, and I'm going to say this again, and I hope you get it down in you. And I don't care
if you guys can't hear it, let me know in the chat
what subject it's about. But you better believe the word of God above anything that goes on in the world. You understand? Because there's liars and deceivers everywhere, deceiving and being deceived themselves.
Okay. Now, if you guys remember back, I never actually said that Earth was proven. Thank you. Thank you. McCallion, and welcome. Secret Asian man. All right. If you guys remember back, I never actually said that there's no 24-hour sun. I said there's no footage of 24-hour sun. Okay? Now, if someone asked me to go to Antarctica, I would never go to Antarctica. You guys, it's real simple. You want to know why? And I have to get this point across because this was the point of the whole video that I made. We do not have freedom of exploration in Antarctica. If there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, all that does is serve to prove, to help reinstate the belief that you're on a globe. So they would never add the Antarctic Treaty because there's a 24-hour sun there. They would never do that. They would never keep you away from Antarctica because there's a 24-hour sun. The reason you're not allowed to travel in Antarctica is one of two reasons. Because like I said, if I can go to Antarctica, I want to have the ability and the resources and a full squad, armed as well, to continue going south and not stop. We will either find that it is an infinite plane or we will find something we're not supposed to find, which can be that we can't go any further. Oh, yeah. No one ever said that you can't go to the tip of this place and look around. The problem is that if you travel the distance in miles of how wide they say Antarctica is, you'll notice that it's way wider. Either that or you can't go any further and it's infinite. Then all of a sudden people would say something's wrong here. Something's going on. It has nothing to do with the sun. Jaron is using this footage in order to open up and cause more problems in the community. And there's a lot of people that don't seem to understand that this world is not about how famous you are on YouTube, about how many subscribers that you got, or about your doctrine, just because you're a science guy. What I've noticed is really smart people are really dumb in other areas. When you're really smart in one area, you're almost stupid in different areas of reasoning sometimes. Sometimes you're only good in science. And if you're only good in science, then stay there, right? I mean, I hate having to say this, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Ricardo says, it is military base right to stop you from find either further land or, like you said, something that we should not see. That is correct. That is correct. And that was the point of Taboo Conspiracies video. And Antarctica, we're closed. It was to show you that you cannot freely explore and do what you need to do in order to actually show the earth beneath your feet. Richard, a stonemason, not a Freemason. That is good, my friend. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome. So we've seen the craziness with Dean Odle before, right? With the little debate. So we know what he is.
And I'm going to show you something. Have we forgotten that there's a fallen angel, an entity that goes by the name?
So basically, we're going to say that things that he doesn't understand is basically the devil. So he doesn't understand why they may have seen a 24-hour sun. Look, I'm not here to debate whether the footage is real. I really, really don't care. And the reason I'm angry about it is because they opened up a gate that we've already sealed off. Celestial observations, astronomy, are not science. And we've debunked it. Why has this gate been opened again? That's what I want to know. I want to know why. Why has this gate been open? Anybody know? This gate is not supposed to be open again. Now everybody is you want to see a few of them? You want to see a few of them? Professor Dave, what do we have going on with him? Flat earthers are having a meltdown over Antarctica trip in 24-hour sun that has 1 million views 3 days ago. What do you think? Crapping all over Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar, another one that shouldn't. I hate having to say it. I do. I hate having to say it. But these people are not good on the debate front. And they're not good on the debate front because they keep talking about things. Look at this. Check this out. Hi, man, Dan. Did they fake the final experiment? The final experiment is causing all sorts of problems. Final experiment has actually turned a flat earther. That's Jaron. Jaron's not sure anymore because he looked and seen the sun. Let me tell you all something real quick. I don't have it pulled up right now, and I'm not even going to go look for it because I'm gonna keep my thoughts flowing. But Witsit Gets It said he wants to get on Candace Owens, since I see her face up here. Wants to get on Candace Owens' show and said, would you, I'm trying to quote him exactly. He said, I mean, could you believe that? Could you imagine that if I had a chance to get on there and then give them the real arguments? He wants to be very famous. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Witsit Gets It actually getting on there? Could you? Whoa, how big would he get? Oh, he'd get millions of views. Could you imagine having him come on there, talk about electrostatics and comparing electrostatics to static electricity and say they're both the same thing when they're not? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine him talking about light waves when they're not light waves and photons or particles? Could you imagine? Could you imagine how he keeps double speaking every time he talks and keeps giving people fake pseudoscience? And then he gets a chance to get on a massive platform. He's getting promoted with millions of views right now because of this final experiment. And then he mentioned that they have a documentary that Jaron's doing. Guess what? Jaron's doing a documentary on the final experiment. Look at this. He's not ashamed of it. He's making it into a documentary so he can monetize and make money. And everybody's over there on his network still paying him. Isn't it grand? I mean, it seems pretty cool. Like, for real, imagine Witsit gets on here. That's awesome, right? What's up, Into? Into says, What do you think about Mark Sargent? Here's my problem with everybody at this point. People need to have unity and understanding. And my problem with a lot of people is that I don't think people take it serious. A lot of people don't take this as serious as I do. Like, believe it or not, you guys got to understand, a lot of these people, Brother Sanchez and a lot of other people, unfortunately, they're not taking this 100% as serious as me. Watching these old documents, this has been a thing that's been going on for a very long time. And 100 years from now, people are going to, if these videos are even still here, people are still going to be right where we left them at, which is right where we are right now, which is right where they were 100 years ago with Bolivar. Right? When we looked over all those old documents from 100 and some years ago, when they tried to pull this globe situation, we're not getting anywhere. And my problem with all these guys is they have amazing resources. And it's not that I feel like I'm going to know it all, end all, be all. But the thing is a lot of these people just suck in other areas. They suck in other areas. It should be obvious that if there's an issue with the earth, it should be super obvious. Then there's issues with other things. People don't really get it. So when it comes to Mark Sargent, everybody, I mean, they have their lane, but their arguments are not going to do it. The arguments that we have to do is tell people that the earth is flat. And the reason why it is because we can see for in excess of 9 miles from 1 foot off the ground. And when they bring up the refraction, everybody needs to understand the 5 types of refraction. And we need to hold them right there at that point and show them Andrew Thomas Young and show them that they don't know what they're talking about. End of story, by Andrew Thomas Young's own words. End of it. It's over. There has to be geometry to the earth. Therefore, looking up at the sun and looking up, it doesn't matter whether look, I've seen models where this 24-hour situation actually works. It's fine. It doesn't change the fact that we can't find curvature. It doesn't change the fact that we can see for 500-mile visibility up in the air. It doesn't change any of that. We're still able to see all of these things clearly. So I don't really get it. People having a whole meltdown, especially over Jaron, who Jaron's done this before, and we allowed him to do it again. And the crazy part is people are still sitting here supporting him. That's my issue with Jaron, Mark Sargent, all these people. You can't come here and make us look stupid. But here's the thing. A lot of these people are just idiots. Remember, Jaron is a special needs kid, and he doesn't know. Okay, I'm not even going to attribute it to malice. He's so stupid. Waterfalls, Jaron. He's so stupid that he doesn't even know that he's being used as an idiot. I don't have to say it's malice. I'm just saying he may have thought, oh, let me get on the National Geographic. Let me get on Netflix and do this because I'm going to prove them wrong. And they're going to be 100%. Because he may not have even known all the other things. Like your food. What does your food have? Your food has tons of poisons and polysorbate 80 and all these chemicals that are destroying your body, your brain. Your toothpaste is rat poison. Fluoride, they use that to clean your mouth and everything else. That's your food. Your water, same situation, all poison. We've done electrolysis tests in that. Your clothing, poisonous, toxic chemicals that screw up your body and mess with your reproductive system. What else? Come on, your air. They've been spraying stratospheric aerosol injections. You're breathing in toxic metals, strontium, barium, and aluminum. I can go on and on and on. And every single thing in our life is a conspiracy. From the food we eat, the places we go, the money that they pay, the psychological operation, the taxes, the television. Native says, well, I guess a guy who thinks science is another way to hustle people, aka like snake oil salespeople used to do. Yeah. To our great grandparents, 100%. Level playing. Richard says, ARC, section of a circle, TIC. Ricardo says, I can't follow so-called truthers like Mark Sargent that like to give autographs. Yeah. That's why I said that accept money and stuff. That's why I said, if I decide to open up some extra stuff, especially any kind of donation-based stuff, it would only be on if somebody wants to see me make a song. If somebody actually wants me to get a camera in here, you want to see me make a song, or you want to see me record some guitar, if you even care about that type of thing, that's the only time. It would not be a subscription for subscribing to my network in order for me to give you truth or anything like that. This is a service that has to be given freely. If you're interested in what I do and you want to support what I do, that's something completely different. That's open for support, right? But that's pretty much it. That's all support. That is not subscription based. I don't believe in a subscription thing, because the subscription thing is where you get the OnlyFans situation and all these idiots that started crying the other night when they thought that their platform was gone. Oh God, TikTok. Trust me, boys. You know, if they're going to ban it, I'm getting my oil ready. Okay. I'm going to stick that camera so close to my backside. You're going to be able to give me a, I'm going to keep this stream as PG as possible, but yeah, you understand. That's where we're at now in society. That's where we're at. You know, girls are now just prostitutes, digital prostitutes at this point. I hate saying that. I'm not a misogynist, by the way. I'm being 100%. Real women do not get offended by what I say. Whores hate me. I assure you, they hate me. I've fought with so many girls because they have literally just been prostitutes, and I call them prostitutes and tell them that they're property and objects. And then they go, "You can't objectify me while I'm in the hot tub with 6 other guys." Real story. I'll tell you the girl's name. I'm not telling you your last name. First name Britt. All right. I don't know how to say your name. KO. Just a machine making money. Big scam. That's all it is. Everything in our lives has been a big scam. The entire thing. By the way, quick update. I am going to come on here very soon. It's going to be either a day or a couple more days. And I'm going to do a live stream playing some guitar. So we can do a hangout chat, and I'll do a live show. Native says, airplanes with bad head gaskets always above us like they're trying to transform Earth and the green trees. I guess a dead trees to, a dead brown look by changing the light spectrum of the sun. Yeah. They've been spraying that really the sky isn't necessarily like that blue anymore. It's like a pasty white haze. You know, when you really just look up there, it's like a pasty white haze. So we have those huge problems going on. And while we're all being distracted by the nonsense of Jaren and the final experiment, right? That's not really an experiment. It doesn't even matter. None of this. We should be doing things that can benefit our society. We should be doing things that can change society. This is David Yates, by the way. David Yates, I did a song from his lyrics from one of his poems that he free spoke. He can rap better than me. He said in his recent video that in this one that his wife Debbie was having some health problems, a very serious health problem, and I want to talk with him about something and seeing if possibly he can try something out. I really have to get an email on David Yates, so if you see this video, David, send me an email because I would love to see if it's possible to get your wife some help with her medical situation and see if we can, possibly maybe reverse everything going on. There's a lot of things out there, but stuff costs a lot of money, unfortunately. But the work that David Yates does is absolutely phenomenal. The books that he writes and everything. He chronicles this for the future. He chronicles all of this stuff, all of the toxicity that's destroying our world. And this is the bigger problem. This is bigger than flat Earth. Because a lot of people are never going to understand. Just like I told Nathan Oakley years ago, I said the biggest cover-up is religion. And it is. Religion is the biggest cover-up because heliocentrism is a religion. Okay? Very important that people understand that. Megatons. Yes, indeed. Bullshit in the air. Native says, David Yates, a good man. Just like brother Mike Decker. Yeah, Mike Decker too. Yeah. I like Mike Decker. I don't think he knows about me. I don't think he knows who I am. I love Mike Decker though. He's awesome. You know what I mean? He's awesome. Always will be. Ocean Cat. What's up? Ocean Cat says greetings and salutations. Amish in chat. All right. It says how they use flat and round people to cover up what they are doing above us. Yeah. Technically, the weather doesn't even work on a globe, but everybody wants to attribute what they don't understand. Every time I hear questions, they ask, "Can you explain an eclipse? Can you explain how an eclipse works? Can you explain meteors? Can you explain why the moon is circular and everything else is why you're saying this is flat and everything else is a globe? Can you explain how space has space time in the fabric of the universe? Can you explain the Andromeda galaxy? Can you it's like can you go there and tell me what it's like? Oh, you can't? Why are you asking me to explain things that you don't even know what the hell you're talking about? See what I'm saying? That's the problem. People are just they're just too stupid, and they don't know that they're stupid. That's one of the issues. Nave says, I don't care anymore, flat around. I am team human, stop spraying us. Exactly. Because that's what's given us the heavy metals and the other problems. That's what's given us the cancers. That's what's killing us. That's what's doing this stuff. All the pokes, all the juice and magic potions. All right. So I got a little something else going on. I don't know if I can play this or not, but we're going to see. I probably should be a little bit careful with Master Richie. This Richie mentioned something.
Can't fit in those jeans.
So they got a lot of.
All right, let's talk about beans. That musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you do.
2 advertisements. Watch this. It's back to back.
This is her grandma. You won't believe what she does.
It's different now that I say it.
This is your mom.
Back to back.
No, she's her grandmother.
You're a grandmother? Mind if I ask how old?
Not lying.
The United States is under attack right now and has been for the last several months. Steady, straightforward. The United States government, or the people that are puppeteering the United States government, have killed over 12,000 people in the last couple of months. Hurricane Helene was absolutely 100% conjured up by the United States or whoever controls the United States.
So I wanted to play a little bit of that because I made a video and I was talking about winds, and I've seen a lot of people go over some of the winds and go over some of the stuff that has just happened in Los Angeles. My whole point is that when I said that weather modification and things like that, we've been studying weather modification for a very, very long time. And Banana Republic says, hey, what's up, Anna? How are you? They've been spraying and doing all this and manipulating our weather for a long time. They've been causing all these sparks and everything else. I'm not saying that this was attributed to wind. I'm saying that, say there was some gust of winds. I don't know how fast there's people standing without being blown off of rooftops. None of that matters. All of it's irrelevant. It's all irrelevant because the thing is that we know who's responsible. We know exactly who's responsible because there is no water all of a sudden and there's no nothing. And same as they do all this and they seem to have forgotten that there's still people homeless and stranded right now from the South Carolina situation. And nobody's doing anything about this. There's killing all the Americans and nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's wondering how hurricanes wash way up into the mountains. They're like, they don't even, carrying water that far and that high up into the mountains. And nobody's wondering anything about it. Nobody's helping the people. Nobody's doing what they got to do. And they're all promoting the wrong people. Meanwhile, you got people like Jaron going to Antarctica for no apparent reason at all, because we've already said that you can't go to Antarctica and freely explore. Is there something that people don't understand about that statement? You cannot go there and go as far back as you want to go, right? Native says, no offense, but the Orange Man did say his last term, get rid of the lobbyists and we would get our country back. Look, to be honest, I don't think we're ever getting this country back, because this country now is a country where 1/3 of the population has an OnlyFans account. That tells me that we're dealing with people that are completely perverse. We're dealing with an entire nation of people that's like Days of Noah style stuff. Like this entire country is completely over. When it comes down to it, 17-year-olds can't wait until they hit 18 just so they can take off their clothes. And one of the unwritten rules, I would say, between men is you never pay these digital prostitutes ever. It's one thing if you're paying for a prostitute out on the street where they're risking their life getting in a car with you. But there is another thing when you're paying your money to pretend to date a prostitute on a platform like OnlyFans, getting them to do things, to send you videos. This is pure sex trafficking. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Secret Asian Man says, don't forget to share the show. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys can give me a share. I had to, unfortunately, make a TikTok. I am Amish Space Station over there. Unfortunately, I had to make it. I'm trying to get some more people to learn and wake up After I got on TikTok, I seen how much of a cesspool it was. I absolutely hate it. And people are just going on there like, yeah, if I was president, I would shut down all the stores. I'm like, shut up. You guys are so ignorant and stupid and saying anything that you want without any consequence. I have a video I really want to go over. I don't know if I have enough time today to go over, but it's really good. And I might do that on my next live. Nave says, well, I guess I never leave my reservation. I am not stuck in my own country by non-Americans. Anna says, this country has never been this country, or forced to believe it is. Exactly. Says, maybe our great-grandparents could have done something to stop it, but they chose not to. That's right. Yeah, all this was happening in real time, and they didn't change any of it. They allowed it all to happen. You know, all this taxes for the Revolutionary War, for World War II, we are still paying income tax or property tax. We're still paying property tax. How long ago? How many hundreds of years ago was that? Ocean Cat says, we're in the days of Noah and they're giving us Cheeto Jesus. Yeah, it's exactly it. It's exactly it. Heart Earth. Hey. By the way, never mind. I'll mention that later. I'm not too worried about it. Chillster. What's up? How have you been? Hope you've been well. Yeah, this country that we're in is a country that has always been for the immigrants, and it will always be a country for the immigrants. That's the way that works. Abraham Lincoln went to Congress in order to get people to come over from Ireland and other immigrants to fight in his war. That was actually an American Civil War that had no place for outsiders. And that's exactly what they do. Yes, indeed. That's good. Heart Earth says, hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm horrible at this. I don't even tell people where they can find me, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I think I'm really detached from a lot of things. I don't know why, but I've actually felt myself becoming more detached as this world has gotten worse and worse. It's funny. I talked with a guy at my job today. Real cool guy. He's cool. Not 100% awake to reality, but he's cool. He's awake enough at the moment. But I had said something to him about all of the going to get protected against this big bad virus. And I said, well, what about, I told people about the blood supply. Now it's all been poisoned. And he stopped and looked at me, and it kind of caught me off guard. He said, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh man. Check my videos. I feel like I was one of the first people to actually show, because immediately right after they approved those things and people got them, the blood truck pulled up to my job and people went and gave their dirty, filthy, disgusting blood. Bastards. And no, he didn't think about that. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are not thinking about it. Hopefully everyone is safe and nobody ever gets injured or hurt. But if you do and you have to get a blood transfusion, you're now not really just risking your life in general. Now the life-saving measures could actually kill you. And there's a very good chance that they will. So we're kind of really screwed on that. Yeah, there's a big detachment. I don't know why. I'm having a really hard time. I know there's a lot of people that meditate, they do yoga, they do a lot of things. I feel that I know a significant amount more than a lot of people regarding germ theory and those magic potions. I know a lot about it. I obsessed over it for the past 4 years, and I watched thousands of hours, over 15 hours a day on virology and stuff like that. And I have a lab in my pool house, and I have had people come over and put a lot of things under microscopes and stuff. So I feel like I take it serious because I got to see things for myself, and I know so much about it. Meanwhile, other people are just stupid. I got an argument with a girl on my Instagram saying, you guys are just stupid. You're up here. I can't date you because you're blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Yeah, this is a big thing. I mean, would you openly date somebody who has massive immune problems that could pass on, AIDS to you as as an immune deficiency type of thing? I'm like, no, you wouldn't just poison yourself in general. I'm not saying you can't date somebody but you would have to be conscious about it and be careful so that you don't get sick. It's no reason to say that you can't love another person, but that ain't what I'm saying. Saying that you made a conscious decision to keep your blood pure. Are you going to openly just go, boom, I'm going to let that go and I'm going to taint myself? And she just can't understand that. And I'm like, you're a weirdo. Hart says NASA space station looks less than ominous, more like a homeless space station. Listen, look. You're not aware of this. You might be, Hart. You might be. I have been to the moon. All right. I do have a space station. We make it out of wood. It holds up better in the vacuum. Metal heats up too quickly. With wood, we harness the ever-changing temperatures in the vacuum of space to propel us to go forward. So my space station makes a lot more sense. Like, trust me. Anna says, I am a nurse and I will only ever go to a hospital if I'm unconscious and some dummy takes me there. It's true. It's true. It's very true. You can't even rely on the people to take you there and speak for you. It's so dangerous living now. So, well, we can make our own blood. But yeah. That's right. I know a few people. I've been that just came up a couple days ago, where there's some churches that have actually been doing that, and I've seen that. And yeah, I think we need to do that. I think that might be a campaign that I really want to run. I want to see if I can run that kind of campaign where you can actually. We need to do that now. So, to be 100% honest with you, if a lot of these bigger channels, I'm going to bring it up to them. And if this isn't something they can get behind, I'm going to expose every single one of them on my network. Because like I said, I'm not here for friends. I mean, a lot of these people have garbage personalities. And I've talked with a lot of them. I trust me. You'd have to go back on some of my videos and look through some of the comment sections and stuff like that. And I've spoke with a lot of these people and they have problems with me because I call them out. And there's nothing they can say, so they get angry. Anna says, yeah, there's no way I'd be with someone me either. I can't. They don't understand that. They go, the girl made the little Instagram thing and she said, we did have the best of times. We seen eye to eye on everything. You were the best date I've ever had, but I just can't because, you went and took it. And I'm thinking to myself, first off, this is fallacious anyway, because you would never see eye to eye with the person who willingly went to poison themselves. They could change, of course. Everybody can change. But that was a very serious time. And it was a lot of scary stuff going on. But I believe that it was very clear what they were doing. And I'm never going to change my stance on that. Needs to be done in secret for storing so they don't. I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean. It's going to have to be community driven, but the people doing it have to be respectable people. Imagine Jaron trying to do it. Where do you think your money's going to go? Where you think it's going to go straight. It's going to go straight to Candace Owens. So he can get on there and say, hey, there's a 24-hour sun in the sky. That's why the earth is a ball. Guess what, guys? Guess what? It's snowing outside. That's why earth is a ball. Did you guys know that? I got mail in my mailbox outside. That's why. That's why Earth is a ball. Trust me. I know science. You don't. I'm the authority. You listen to me.
It's okay. I call them the elites because it's easier to say in a video. They also absolutely just decimated LA. And before they decimate LA, the government that's supposed to protect and serve the people of the United States of America.
Yep, the fluoride byproduct of aluminum.
Should have made it illegal for State Farm to simply cancel everybody's fire insurance, just like they canceled or didn't honor everybody's flood insurance. Do you see what I'm saying?
So a lot of people now don't have their insurance or anything like that because it's the same situation that happened in Maui, and people still aren't listening. It's a strange thing. That's why I don't even bring this type of stuff up, because I can't do anything about what these people are allowing themselves to do because we've already done it. Right? We've already done it.
They just killed more people, twice the amount of people, 3 times the amount of people that died on 9/11. And for that, we went to war. But when they do it to us using weather as a weapon and the footprint and proof of weather being a weapon is all over the internet. It's not a surprise. It's not a secret.
Yeah, the flood insurance and everything like that. Yep, that's exactly it.
And it isn't anything new. It's astonishing me how people are still, some people are walking around going, I think the government is covering this up for terrorists. Terrorists did this to LA. You're right. Terrorists did do it. Terrorists are the ones that run the world.
Yeah. That was the main reason I wanted to share that, is because that is the bottom line of the entire thing. That's the bottom line. I know I can't talk about this, so I'm going to be real brief on it. But the whole October situation, the whole false flag situation thing that happened over with Palestine, I have to tell you, all of that is AI videos. That's all AI videos. They have people's heads slipping off their bodies for a frame and then clicking back onto their body. They have their noses glitched. When you look at the footage as normal, it looks like they're doing, that they're real. When you slow the footage down, you can actually see that it's AI generated footage. So people need to realize now we're in the age of deceit at this point. I want to say this for the Islamic community because I'm going to be showing you someone who's from Islam that actually makes, well, from the religion, who actually can attest and show that rape is not part of their culture. And over in some of those areas, Iran and stuff like that, the punishment for that is being stoned to death. You understand? So people think that, oh, I've read the Quran. You haven't read nothing. You haven't read anything. There's only one book that you need to read. And that one book that you need to read is the Tao ... mud. Okay? And once you read that one, you won't have to read any other one because you'll realize that you're cattle, that you're not chosen. Okay? You're not one of the chosen ones. God hates you, and you're here to be our playthings. Right? Once you read that book, I have to tread lightly on that. Hart says, it is said being attacked by an entity that takes half of every dollar. Yeah. Every single dollar that we make, it goes directly to these ignorant bastards that have been destroying our lives for who knows how long. All because years ago, they didn't put an end to this. All of this should have been stopped, but too much was going on. Too much was going on. That's how you confuse people. That's the way to do it, is to create multiple false flags. And once you do that, you're pretty much good. You're pretty much good to go. Let me see if I can find a spot. Oh,
Terrorists are the sun, like pathogens or carcinogens, or Bill Gates is just as evil.
Stage, and so he in the COVID days.
So what happened here in this part, I wanted to let everybody know, Bill Gates sat down with Donald Trump and had a good talk, and they're trying to eradicate polio. You did hear me correctly. They're trying to eradicate polio. They're trying to eradicate polio. Oh, you thought that was gone? No. Surprise. I'm back. So this is a person who paralyzed 600,000 children in India. Right? Native says Islam equal war, and I'm looking at my son's army book he gave before he went to Afghanistan. Here's the thing. In every religion, there's extremists. In Christianity, there's extremists. I've seen Christians say the most ridiculous things, like they're happy that people died on 9 in September. And I've seen people of every religion say some of the most outlandish things. And this is actually what the guy that I'm talking about, but I'll show you. But this is what he's talking about. He's saying that there's a lot of bad actors in every single place in the world. The problem is that there's so many of them, especially in London and UK and stuff like that, that there would hardly be any people left there if they were to go to jail. But here's the issue. Here's the issue. We know the star people are the ones responsible for bringing the towers down in order for us to go to war with Afghanistan, Iraq, and all this stuff, where we killed millions of people that didn't do anything to us. Okay, when Larry Silverstein said, "Pull it," you guys remember that? You remember to pull it. You remember that nose of the plane, bloom, and you know, the extra free fall of the one that didn't get hit by anything. You remember that one? The one that just came down? Was it C? I got to be careful how I'm talking here because you'll still get deleted off YouTube for talking too much on this. But we know who's responsible for this. There was people over in an occupied area that were starting to dance and celebrate. Yay, America's going to war with Islam. America's going to kill. Yeah. That's what we want. That's why we're moving over to Leb. You know, that place there. You know, that's why we're doing some cleaning of the ethnic type. That's why we're bombing and murder. Kill. Is that Eminem song? Right? Because they're the enemy. Okay. There's people that I've interviewed. Oh, Building 7. What am I saying? C? Did I say C? I'm sorry. It's been years and I'm out of it for that. Sorry. Building 7. But my whole point of that was a lot of people over in Afghanistan as well. I have some friends there. You're not allowed to touch any other woman that you're not married to. Okay? They have way higher standards than us in America. And a lot of people are going to have to wake up to that reality. Not saying that they're better or any of this. I'm not saying that they don't have issues. I'm saying that pornography and other things is banned in a lot of places. They don't have this OnlyFans situation where naked girls are walking around talking about kiss or slap. Okay? So people do have to understand all that. Anna says, the USS Liberty. Yes, indeed. The USS Liberty was suddenly and violently attacked by the Empire of the Starmen, our close ally. They shot hundreds and hundreds of rounds into it. And the president at the time, Lyndon B., is that who it was? He said, I cannot concern myself with the lives of a few dead sailors to jeopardize my relationship with the star people. Am I right? Huh? So we got our own people attacked and viciously killed. And it's perfectly fine. Think about that for a minute. Native says, when people remember in the 90s, the same meatball tries to blow up the same tower and they will piece them all together who will work in the same group. They're allowed to take another woman with their sword arm. I read it. I've heard a lot of different things in general, but where I'm getting at is when you look at the crime rate and you look at the incarceration rate, America is one of the worst countries in the world. Not necessarily Islam. And there's a lot of things in the Bible that a lot of Christians don't follow. I know in particular me, a lot of people don't like what I say about the Old Testament because they don't go by the Old Testament. The Christians of today go by the New Testament. Okay. So they think that the Old Testament, we don't have to even pay attention to that. And then a lot of the fake atheists say, well, you know, the God of that world was vengeful and killed people and destroyed everything and blah, 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 because they don't understand biblical scripture either, because it's a historical thing. So whether or not that actually says any of that, my whole point behind it is they're not on OnlyFans and out in prostitution walking around in broad daylight like that. That's not allowed in that area. And in general, it's a lot cleaner in those areas. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm going to have a guy on who went overseas in a lot of these places. He also went to Ethiopia, and he watched the news station there that was being broadcast here talking about where he was, and he was shaking his head, and he said, they're lying. I'm in there right now. I'm here. I'm over here right now, and that's not happening. So he watched them talk about the Middle East and other places live on TV while he was in the place that they said it was happening, and he walked outside and said it's not happening. So he will get on here and tell you, because a lot of people have not, in America, a lot of people have not went to Afghanistan. There has been nothing but war crimes that have happened since they sent Americans over there. We already seen a lot of the footage that was released by Edward Snowden. A lot of these people released a lot of this stuff. And you've seen a lot of people get killed, and a lot of the soldiers that came back. I have another guy who is a pilot who I could actually bring on here if you guys are interested and want to talk to him. I'll talk to him and see if he wants to get on there. He's a retired pilot. Flew multiple times overseas. He will tell you what went down. Okay? Anna says, Native, what do you mean? I was just thinking about that dude yesterday when we started talking about Trump in the press early 2000s. You just listen to him, Bill Clinton, first term. Okay, you guys are chatting. So basically, we're responsible for a lot of war crimes. A lot of people don't know that. Pearl Harbor was bombed, yeah, but that was a military base. We actually bombed cities. So imagine if Japan came over here in the 40s and just bombed New York City to the ground. Imagine that. What kind of fight would you see then? I think a lot of people don't understand. We're responsible for a lot of problems.
Accelerated the vaccine innovations now.
Quote unquote truth channels have been pushing the fog, the magical, mystical fog.
Richie mentioned the fog because there's a lot of fog out here right now. And I agree with him. We have already documented the fog. We've already documented that this whole weather modification of particles on your car, windshields, we've already gotten it analyzed when it talks about the graph and the phene, as well as the white version of that. I haven't verified that, but I'm looking into it. Hopefully that doesn't get me flagged. But a lot of people are currently at the moment sending people on wild goose chases. This is the most outrageous thing.
It's full of smart dust and diseases, making people sick all over the world. Well, sadly for them, the fog has been tested by 3 different people that I know of that have posted.
Yeah, and basically it's come back as just regular stuff.
Why the U.S. Safety Commission wants to ban this baseball bat-shaped
Yeah, they want to
flashlight?
ban that.
Big retailers
like
already
TikTok.
banned this product from their store.
Picture. Obviously, the title is a little bit extreme. I'll admit that, but what are giving their opinions? Obviously, the very big story lately, you've probably all seen the headlines, is how Elon Musk might be faking his Path of Exile 2 gameplay.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I want to wrap some of this up. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is Donald Trump. This is pretty important. This is really important. So right now they got a presidential parade going on. I wanted to talk real briefly because I'm about to go, everybody. But I wanted to talk briefly on this. For the people that are not understanding, let me put this on. For the people that's not understanding what's going on at the moment, this is turning into a technocratic society. They want complete AI governance with the Department of Government Efficiency. So to make the government more efficient, what is going to happen is it's going to go to AI governance. There's a lot of communist overtones that's being let in here from Donald Trump. And I do hope that people are paying attention to all of this, because this is going to be a really big problem for a lot of people especially for us who do not want to deal with this cryptocurrency, do not want to deal with this, communist currency is what it is. And all of these things, changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, making changes on the map, none of that's supposed to happen. They want this North American unity going on. They want to try and pull Canada into the United States to make us part of. It's easier to maintain and to govern a handful of nations than to try and govern hundreds of countries. It's very difficult to do that. So currently, that's what I'm seeing happen. There's a lot of nonsense going on. A lot of people, I really thought there was going to be something to all of this. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, it's not over just yet, and we still got some time. So who knows? But I don't see any censorship actually going away. I don't see any promises that's going to be upheld. And the entire thing looks like some kind of a charade. The entire thing. This almost seems worse to me in some cases because it feels really fragile. Feels like it's giving people a lot of hope. And in any moment, they could pull something to take away the hope away from people, right? Digital government-backed currency partnering up with Elon Musk that wants to put neural lace in your head and brain chips to put on electric vehicles that actually microwave you while you're driving in them. We've tested it. I've tested it too. I think I'm going to have to start recording a lot of these things. I'm not so vain that I have to record everything I do. But I might just have to walk up to people and videotape them with the camera and do it what it is that I do or something. I feel like I don't have enough documentation on some of these things. Going to the electric vehicle. Even though he boasts about gasoline. Everything that they're doing is the opposite. Hey, Andrew. Andrew says Donald Trump is a crisis actor. Yes, he is. He's pretty good. He's a good actor. He's good. Look, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to ban China. All right, I'll tell you, that one was a good one. That was a good one when they got my ear there. We pulled a fast one on them, but we're going to ban China. That's the first thing. And once we do it, they're going to say this is the greatest ban of all time. That's what we did. It's the greatest ban. You'll never see another ban greater. You'll never see, excuse me, I'm talking. You'll never see a greater ban. Our government is a goat born. It is. It looks fake. That's how you know it's real, because it looks so fake. Did you guys hear, by the way, though? All of you fake flat earthers out there, Donald Trump has something to say. We're going to plant that red, white, and blue flag on Mars, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys, yeah. Yeah. Because if Earth was flat, we wouldn't be able to go plant our flag on Mars. See? I can prove it's a globe. You like that? Native says, looks like WWE stuff. That stuff was good. That stuff was real good. I actually was watching WWE back when Trump was on there. When he beat up, God, what's that guy's name? McMahon? Shaved his head and stuff. That crap was awesome. Everybody used to like him. Yeah. Greenland too. Yeah. That's where Mars is. So obviously, this guy, I'm really curious about which way this is going to go. Real quick, let me give one more announcement. On my next live, I want to hang out with my guitar and set up and do like a live show kind of thing. And maybe we can chat a little bit. And I'm gonna go live and play some guitar. Ricardo, thank you for chilling for a bit. All right, sir. So I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen. The next live that I want to do, or I might actually release the video for it. So if you can, definitely check it out. But it's gonna be on a crime cult. It's gonna be on a grooming gang. Okay, a grooming gang. Ricardo says it'd be cool to see you with your guitar. Yeah. I want to come on play. I'm gonna have some fun. There's a grooming gang that is grooming young children and causing them to turn to prostitution and many other things and sell themselves, sell their bodies, to lose respect for themselves, to be manipulated, to feel used and abused, which they are. They are being used and abused, right? It's like advertising that you're going to be the next Michael Jackson, when in reality, you can make an OnlyFans account. You can sell your body online and have your body out there forever, and your actions as well. And you're probably not going to get famous because it just doesn't work that way. There may be a good amount of girls that are able to make money on there, but the reality is all you're going to do is end up regretting a lot of it. And a lot of people have. And I want to show you the grooming gang, and I want to show you the gang that's responsible. I want to show you the gang that's responsible for the destruction that we're seeing right now. And I'm going to be going over a guy's video specifically on this particular topic. And I may not do it live. I might actually just pre-record it. I don't know 100%. Cryptic, what's up? Miss you, man. I hope you're doing good. Anna says human sacrifice is a part of their religion. Yeah, the entire thing is based on that. That is basically what they do. We're going to plant our flag in Canada. Where will they film the Mars footage? Right here. So I have a decent studio set up, and I'm writing to NASA. Listen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to write and let them know, just come here and film it. I've been doing a lot of films myself. I can do some crazy stuff. I can make it look real. You know what I mean? I can. And it'll save them a lot of money. They won't have as many headaches from a lot of the flat earth community, because I'll make it look so real that it'll even trick them. All right. Trust me, this is going to be so grand. This is going to be so grand. Not even China would be able to do it better. Not even China could do it better than us. Oh, I know they wish they could, but they can't, unfortunately. Is that how Trump talks? This is going to be the greatest, the biggest, okay? It's going to be the greatest. Hey, Nathan. So yeah, they could film that in my studio. That way they can have some convincing Mars landing footage. It'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better than that other crap, I assure you. They're trying to save on the budget. That's what it is. So real quick, a lot of people got really angry at my job. They were walking around all angry. One dude shut the door on me. Just shut his door. Cryptic says, did we already thank Jeranism for his great achievements in finding the curve on the now the 24? Look, Cryptic. Everybody has now switched. And now everybody is talking about Jaren and they're talking about Witsit, and everybody's more focused on it's turned the whole argument away. And that's exactly what these people have done. Like Witsit, they've opened up gates that we've already debunked. When you debunk the gravity, when you debunk the distance we can see and stuff, and the radius, when you debunk space as a violation of natural law, they open it back up. All they keep doing is opening things back up. Now, observations in the sky are good evidence for the shape of the earth again. They continuously do it, and they won't stop. They won't stop doing it. And all I'm seeing now is millions and millions of people picking up on them. They're getting extremely famous. And the whole thing about Witsit and the rest of these people is that they just want to get on Candace Owens' show so that they can pull out their stupid arguments that they don't know anything about. One of the big things for me was just looking, just observations and measurements with long distance measurements and lasers. And that's all there was to it. That's all there is to it. All you have to do is measure. That's it. It's just basic measure. That's all. If Google says the max distance is 3 miles, then anything that completely shows more than that means that the argument's over. But for some particular reason, these guys who don't, either they're just, I think that he's special needs. I'm pretty sure Jaren is special needs. So maybe he just doesn't understand, which I don't make fun of people who are special needs, but he is special needs. You know what I mean? 100%. Because some Glober would definitely pay like $200,000 to bring, to Antarctica. The argument wasn't that there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. There was no footage of a 24-hour sun. And I said, the same as Taboo Conspiracy, that you're not allowed to go to Antarctica and freely explore, which you are not. Now, if Jaren went to Antarctica and kept going south and kept going and kept going and kept going, as I said earlier, he would have found something he wasn't supposed to find and wouldn't have been able to go any further, or he would have gone way too far, bigger than the measurement they give us for how big Antarctica is on a map. But that's never going to happen. See what I'm saying? That's the reason why they don't let you go there. It ain't because there's a 24-hour sun. They just won't let you go. Anna says, Witsit really likes to say, trust the plan. I'm not a flat earther, but a doubter. And that made me doubt him before Vapegate. Yeah. The whole thing's a joke. And Simon Dan and Professor Dave is having a field day with all of these idiots out here because the community doesn't understand that when you're part of a truth community, any statement that is true, that is provable, makes you part of the truth, because that is what the truth is about. It's about showing things that are provable and documented very well. Okay. Into actually showing what the truth of a situation is. Is it true? Does this science experiment prove that this is true? That, this causes this? Or is it the null? And that's really what the whole thing is about truth, regardless of whether it's a scientific experiment or it is a conspiracy. Because it will never not piss me off with people claiming everything is just a conspiracy theory. Cryptic says, no, Amish, because the world is like Home Depot floors. Witsit, the whole argument now is completely switched over to Witsit. And it's completely switched over to Jaren. You see what I mean? And now people aren't even talking about the earth anymore. It's just about whether or not there's so Jaren just did a video that I showed earlier of Dean Odell talking about the sun is Satan. So now the sun is Satan and it's tricking you. So we're just all screwed. I guess people are blending him in with people like me who are actually showing Donald Trump's bloodline and who are actually showing Bill Gates' bloodline and showing you real provable things that are really true, right? Of where they come from with eugenics, eugenics and Margaret Sanger, his mom. speaking at KKK rallies and other things like this. Real things that attest to people's personality. Now, all of a sudden, I'm a conspiracy idiot. Oh, really? Shut up. It's like, okay, so you know science. Fine. That's fine. Earth isn't science. Never will be science. What I do know is what has been proven. Operation Cloverleaf, Operation Popeye, Operation Sea Spray, Dominic, Fishbowl, Tuskegee. Do I have to continue? Or am I a conspiracy theorist? Anna says, that's what I'm saying. We just, why not just fly across Antarctica if you want to prove? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It ain't really even about the flying thing, about proving the globe. The issue with the globe in general is the issue with flying things across. All right, Nathan. I don't know if Nathan's still in here. I'm gonna have to put him on blast a little bit. The issue isn't really, Operation High Jump, Operation Deep Freeze. Here's the issue. So from 1 foot off the ground here, we're able to see this is at 9 miles. This is at 6 miles. All right, Anna. So from 1 foot off the ground, we can see for 9 miles. Here's the horizon right here. See that? This is the horizon behind this 9 miles. It's behind it. So from 1 foot off the ground, we can see further than 9 miles. Not 5 feet off the ground. 1 foot. He set the camera down on the ground. And we can see this all the time. So there is a curvature amount to Earth. And when the Earth will physically curve away is at 3 miles before it starts to curve away from you. The maximum distance to the horizon is 3 miles. You cannot see any further because the apparent horizon is the apparent location where the sky meets the Earth. You can't see past that. The Earth is curving. It's gone. It's curving. You can't see past that. So here's the problem. That's 3 miles. What you're seeing here is 9. And you're seeing a horizon in excess of 9. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically one of my favorite proofs. But long-range observations and laser tests have always proven this to begin with. We can see further than 9 miles, believe it or not. This isn't the farthest observation. Anna says, I don't believe in any part of the narrative anymore. I won't join another belief club, though. I'll just wait until God shows me someday. And that's fine. I respect that. Now, keep in mind, in this community here in general, I wouldn't call this community a belief community. This is all a scientific, not scientific, but a verified community, tested community where you can actually go and run these experiments and these tests yourself to actually prove what the Earth is. So this isn't really about belief. This is about if you go outside and you measure and you continuously measure, you could probably measure for 1,000 miles or more. You know what I mean? Which is impossible considering the radius of Earth is only 3,000. Oh, and here's the thing. Jeranism doesn't know anything about refraction. He doesn't know anything about Andrew Thomas Young. He doesn't even understand what Andrew Thomas Young says about the refraction to begin with. And on top of that, he can't name the different types of refraction either. Wales to the Alps over 700 miles. Yep. Cryptic says, I don't even watch flat earth content anymore because I know what I know and there are other things going on. Those channels say the same things daily. Exactly. David Weiss does the same interview 666,000 times. Amen. And doesn't even know what he's talking about. How come on a flight we go here? How come on a on a boat it comes back? And how come this is this? And how come that is that? It's like, shut up and stop asking questions. We're not here to ask questions about any of this stuff anymore. And we're not here to answer any questions. You know what I mean? We're just not. We're not. We're not. And just like you said there, Cryptic, I agree. I agree 100%, dude. I'm done. I'm done with the whole constant flat earth thing. I'm over it because these idiots who unfortunately have a bigger fan base and subscriber base than me are out here doing dumb stuff like Whitsit and them, and they're doing things that they're not supposed to do, and that is muddying the water. So now another argument, like right now, FTFE, I've been watching them go on Modern Day Debate, which is the worst debate channel ever. Some I think it was Adam off of Nathan Oakley's panel went on there, and I was really happy that he told off the moderator. He straight up told the dude on Modern Day Debate, he's like, I don't care about your platform. I do not care about your platform. It's 4:00 in the morning here. I'm on here and you don't care about truth. I don't have to be here. And he told him off. Now, he didn't take it serious, of course, because those guys are clowns on Modern Day Debate. But trying to debate against fight the FTFE, fight the fat girth. That's what I call him. It looks like he might have lost some weight. I guess he got too tired of people calling him fat. But yeah, he's a violent person. And then he sits around and says, oh, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do? Huh? Tell me, I'll take you to court. Yo, Craig, fight the fat girth. I wish you would take me to court. If you ever come into my face and you invade my personal space and you act psycho like that and start cussing me out and acting erratic and hostile, and you're within my vicinity, I will knock you out. You know why? Because if my life feels threatened, which I do feel threatened by a crazy bastard like you, I will knock you out flat. Sue me, bastard. Dare you. Make me rich. But that's exactly who he is. He is a irritator instigator. And what he wants to do is try and make you say, oh, he threatened me. No, nobody's threatening you. I'm just telling you, you're going to get knocked out if you actually try to attack me or you act hostile in my vicinity and I feel threatened. You can look it up. I can do that legally. I don't have to wait until a person with a knife actually comes up and stabs me in order to defend myself. But with him, you're dealing with a psychopathic person who thinks that he's always in the right. But I've watched him do nothing but argue and threaten as many people as he can. He threatens everyone, argues with everyone, character assassinates everyone, calls them tons of names, talks about their children and how sorry he is for them having children. He is an evil bastard, making tons of money by putting out information that is keeping people trapped. Chris says, I have to move out of my apartment. I lived there for 20 years because my rent doubled on the first energy bill doubled, and I have to move out of the city. That's outrageous, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Meanwhile, people working jobs like us, then there's little 18-year-old girls showing their butt, getting paid thousands of dollars a month. Right? 100%. 100%. Oh, if Anna's still here. Yeah, that's called the Black Swan, by the way. Sorry to get off on that tangent. I really don't like this guy. I debated him before, and we kept it civil. But I really don't like him. He's a really bad person. He's a horrible person. Has a very bad attitude and attacks every person. He's been on here on my channel attacking me, trying to find out, oh, which live stream is it on my channel that you showed up on? You changed your name. It's like, bastard, search. Listen to my voice. And then go look through all your hundreds of videos and spend some time on me. You go search. It's in there. You go search. I'm not going to tell you anything. But this is called the Black Swan, meaning not all swans are white. And all it takes is seeing one in order to show that it exists. It's one of my favorite arguments for the flat earth, but the reality is that the earth doesn't curve. So there's that. It's kind of the end of the story. Everybody, by the way, I am Amish Space Station on TikTok. Unfortunately, I had to create that. If you want to follow me on there, I might be able to put up a link. I'm going to try and put up some content on there because I want to I want to find some new people and see if I can like awaken some people to their people have a problem with logic. Logical congruency is really important. So when you're speaking about if this, then this, that's really important when you're talking. And a lot of people on TikTok, it's like a cesspool of nonsense and pornography, unfortunately. But a lot of people on there are doing nothing but talking and running their mouths, and they're not saying anything. And a lot of them need to be called out for their illogical nonsense. And I feel like it's a younger platform for really younger people. And that's the only way. You know, we're not going to be able to reach the people that we need to reach on here. You know, there's not enough shares in the world, but I do want to start putting some stuff up there. If any of you have that platform, I'm sorry. But I also have AmishSpaceStation.com, but that's not up yet. I have it. It's available, but it's not up yet. That is for emergency purposes at the time being, but I might make that a platform completely. I might even make it a live streaming like platform where people can come on and talk. I almost want to be a moderator of a debate so bad because I feel like if I was the moderator on debates, I can guarantee you that more people would learn a lot of things. More people would learn a lot of things because I would stop the nonsense thing. Jim, Bob, and Andrew from the Crusoe. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right, Anna. And yeah, I can't. Some person on TikTok actually just like he left a comment and he goes, first of all, I'm like, oh, no, sir. You are not going to first of all me. First of all, you don't have the necessary brain power to even come up with an excuse to discredit what I said. Lord. Check out Vaughn. Hard to get kicked off there. Vaughn? Yeah, I know. I did get a warning on TikTok, even though the Chinese man who said that it was not taking people's information and freedom of speech is needed says that it's free speech platform, which they don't have in China. This whole thing is such a joke. It's ironic. I can't. I just can't. I'm to the point where I can't. Anyway, everybody, check this out. I am going to try and get on either tomorrow or the next day. It might be 2 days, but I am going to 100% make sure I get on. I had a little electrical problem in my studio. I got it all fixed. I'm coming on with my guitar, and I'm going to have like a little concert thing, and I'm going to play a little bit of some Tim Henson stuff. I'm going to do some blues stuff, a little bit of jazzy stuff. Just do a live show, and we can chat a little bit. And I got my camera set up and everything like that. And what else? Anything else? My internet seems to be holding up really, really well. So I don't know. I'm going to do that in a couple days. So I hope everybody on here will join me 100%. Mark Vaughn in Tennessee. Okay. You got to have a lot of patience to debate those TikTokers, NPC. Oh, I know. I got on a couple people's lives. I got kicked off. They said I'm anti-Semitic. And you know, Cryptic, I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. I think they're anti-Semitic for calling me that. How dare they? Piece of crap. They kicked me right off. On a panel that was discussing Israel and the Bible. They kicked me off. And the only thing I discussed was Israel and the Bible. And they kicked me off. It's an Amish space station's trying to join again. I'm not letting them back in. I don't know if you guys can see their past lives or not on TikTok. It's on Solipsism's Sunday live stream if you want to hear me on there and check it out. It's really funny. He kicked me off after I quoted Revelation. That's fine. I was attacked by a black swan in Germany with my baby in my hands, and I held the trolley between us as a weapon. Yeah. That's how we attack the Globers. That's how this attacks the Globers. It's no joke. Black Swan is no joke. I'm sorry about that. Though. Yeah, the Black Swan is real serious. It's a real serious thing. It is very serious. It's not a joke. People think, look, these birds are pretty. They're pretty big, and they're actually stronger than they look. They are legitimate things. All right, everybody. First off, I want to thank everybody for joining my stream. Time is the most important thing that we have on this earth because that's all that we have is our time here. And you never have to spend it anywhere that you don't want to spend it. And I appreciate you spending it here with me. That means everything. It's the most valuable resource in the world. So thank you all for joining my stream. Please definitely leave some comments and chat with me. I love talking back and forth. I'm opening up a Discord and maybe a Telegram. Is that banned? But I want to open up something so that I can just like chat with all of you. That way you can just send me messages. You can always email me at Amish Space Station at Proton Mail, or whatever Amish Space Station you want. Just send it. And, if you got anything going on, any news, anything going on in your area, any kind of important information and stuff. And also, I want to see if you guys want to join me. I want to get Cryptic. I know I've been saying this forever. Cryptic's probably like, he's never going to get me on. I'm sorry. I was only supposed to be on for an hour today, and I went for an hour and 40 minutes. But I definitely want to have some people on an open panel. So my next thing will either be an open panel. I might just do that. Tomorrow, I might do an open panel. So same time for anybody that wants to get on, first couple people, definitely let me know. So Cryptic, I don't know I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but if you want to get on and chat about some topics and stuff, I'm going to do a little bit of an open panel and chat with some people. I think I'm going to do that before I do the guitar, if that's all good. You know what I mean? So anybody that wants to chat, it'll be pretty cool. So thank you all for joining. I'll be on tomorrow for sure. I'm going to try it 100%. All right, everybody, have a good night. Keep your eyes peeled. See what's going to go down with this whole situation, with the presidential situation. All right, everybody, Amish Space Station.